Well, good morning there. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Oh, hitting the coffee, hitting the stretching. By myself this morning. Good morning, Nikki. How are you? I'm by myself because Joanna is at the hair salon. Those of you who have been following long enough to remember the pink hair, it's back as of today. So she will be gone almost all day, and you'll see her tonight. You'll see her tonight. So whole head, whole pink, whole summer is what it's gonna be. So that's cool, and I'll just hang. You guys can just hang out with me today. I've still got work just like every other day. Yes, going back to the pink, absolutely. And good morning, another Nikki. All the Nikki's on this morning. Good morning, Elizabeth. Bambi, we don't talk to you guys on any social media except Discord. So if you are talking to a Joanna that looks like Joanna and it's not us, just make sure you're paying attention to who you're talking to. It's got 2.5 million followers here. Good morning, Cuddlebug. Yeah, I figured, Bambi. Yeah, and that's why I say we don't talk to you guys, so just block and report. Appreciate the heads up, though. Hello, hello, hello. All the time, always. And we'll explain more about, more about that stuff. But I've got some work to do. We have been at Costco, like, probably 3 or 4 times a week, doing these same projects that keep popping up. They're really simple. If you guys want to do anything that we do, everything we talk about is free. These lives are meant to, be instructive, show you guys live how we do the work that we do. If you want to know more about freelance merchandising, that's what we do here. So feel free to comment, ask questions. The only snag with today is because I'm by myself, because Joanna's not here. It just means that while I'm doing the projects, I won't be able to answer as many questions. So, I feel you, Thurston. But yeah, so the mods will be able to help me answer questions as well. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Lynn. Hey, Simba. Good morning, Shara Lee. How you doing? Diana, first time in a while. Yeah, so we're actually getting a lot of that, funnily enough. A lot of people are coming in and be like, oh my God, I haven't seen you guys in so long. And, we're just messing with the algorithm. We're messing with stuff. So on the subject of algorithm, so we still do all of the free things. However, to stay in the good graces of the algorithm, we do have a gift goal of 250 roses. It's not to make the money on it. We're not asking for galaxies. We're not doing any of that stuff. We're just trying to keep the algorithm in good graces. So, and that's what TikTok pushes. They push the lives that bring in gifts. So just roses is all we ask for. And I know I'm not going to pull in the number of roses that Joanna does. That's totally fine. That's not a problem. But I do have to say it. I do have to say that, we appreciate those because it makes our videos get seen and makes our lives get seen by other people. Not only just the new people, but the old people that have been following us for a very long time and haven't seen us. So we appreciate those roses. So I'm just really stalling for time right now because, okay, so it is exactly 10. It's 10:03, all right. Because Costco was not yet open. Costco opens at 10. So I was just like sitting here waiting. But I have 3 field agent projects to do inside of this Costco. I'm going to make... Crap. I forgot to look at how much. I'm going to assume it's at least $15 because I didn't look at the amounts. But I have 3 really simple audits to do on Field Agent, all inside this one store, and it's going to be really easy. I've got cereal and granola, I've got chips and salty snacks, and I've got soft drinks, sports drinks, and energy drinks. These are going to be really simple. Thanks for already half of the live goal. We appreciate that. We appreciate that here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Ohio. Yeah. Which one do you guys use the most? Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Mobi. We use all of them together. The one that we use the most is probably Survey Merchandiser, but that's just by proxy of how long we've been doing this stuff. We've only been doing the others for a few years. We only found out about them once we started doing this whole TikTok thing. But yeah, we use all of them together. You don't have to pick just one. What's up, Wicked? Yes. So again, if anybody missed what I said at the beginning, Joanna is getting her hair done. Everybody that remembers the pink hair is coming back, and it's staying for a while. She missed it, and so that's where she is today. Thank you for the tip. Thank you. That's all I'm asking for is the 250 roses. That's all I care about. I'm not putting up another goal. Thank you so much. yeah, so Leo, if you have any questions, just stick around. I'll be answering questions. The mods will be answering questions, but I've got some stuff to do. You have pink hair too? Awesome. Listen, I love a good pink hair. I love a good pink hair. On the softer side compared to like neon or like those really magenta-y colors, but I do love the pink hair. All right. Yes, and you guys will see it tonight. Thank you guys so much. All right, so I'm ready to get started if you guys are ready to get started. So, I'm not Joanna Lynn Official, but I'm AJ. We're married, and I show you guys how to make money, save money, and get cash back for free on your phone. There's no book or course with us. There's nothing to buy or sell. You're not hawking products to friends, family, and strangers. This is just a list of apps that we have found over the years to help you in your financial pursuits. I'll be showing you some work. We'll talk about cash back. We'll talk about gaming. We'll talk about all the type of stuff. But everything that I'm going to be talking about is always available for free on TikTok if you just click the link in the bio right there. Link in the bio, or go to joannalynofficial.com. Again, let's thank Wicked for the update. Everything's nice and concise, and it makes my OCD very happy that everything is organized now. But yes, we're going to be doing merchandising. The 3 merchandising apps are all in there, and we'll be doing 3 field agents today. Anything else you guys want to know about, we'll talk about. But grab some of these to try because they're all free. Go back to the profile, and watch the pin videos in the side hustle playlist. And that'll get you a head start, and then come back and ask us questions, because we go live twice a day most days to answer your questions. Yeah. No, I was telling Wicked, like, I'm a very detail-oriented person, and with so many responsibilities and so many things regarding the business, and then, regular home life, and then our, all the aspects of being a person, you start to suffer silently because you just don't have the mental fortitude to address every detail, and then some things you forget about. And so, yeah, I didn't know how much that was bothering me until Wicked fixed it. So, yeah, awesome, Miss Ohio. That's great. So, if you guys are ready to go, let's go. So I've got 3 projects on Field Agent to do inside this one Costco. Only thing I got to do ahead of time is get myself on the Wi-Fi. So when I go up to the door, the stream is going to skip because I got to get on the Costco Wi-Fi, just so you guys can see everything that I'm doing start to finish. So I'm not going anywhere, and we'll get rolling in just a minute. I wish that I could bring my coffee with me, because I just don't have enough hands. If I could just have one more hand for like another hour, that'd be excellent, but I don't have another hand right now. What's up, Zoe? All right, so I'm going to get on the Wi-Fi. 1 second, we're not going anywhere, and let's do it right now. What's up, Zoe? All right, so I'm going to get on the Wi-Fi. 1 second, we're not going anywhere, and let's do it. Any second now. There we go. Good old TikTok. I knew you could do it. Any second now. There we go. Good old TikTok. I knew you could do it. I knew you could. So I got on it. We made it. And we're red now for some reason, even though I'm on the Wi-Fi. Lost connection. Interesting. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that we're pausing. And I'm not really sure why. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay. Coming back on the yellow. Back on the green. All right. I'm going to stay where I am, and we're going to see how this goes. I'll tell you somewhat. Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, Simba. I tell you, like, this technology stuff is just, we do this all the time. Didn't do anything different, but all of a sudden it just started freezing right at the beginning. Yeah, I know. I see it. But we should be good now. Looks like we're stable. Looks like we're good. So if you could just keep the likes and the shares coming while I do what I do, and I'll be answering questions, as will the mods. We'll do this stuff. So let's switch to get started with. Let's do the soft drink sports drink. So I'm gonna flip this around and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm working with. Robin, I'm using 3 field agents today, and we'll talk about anything else you guys want to know. So, soft drinks, sports drinks, and energy drinks. This is the audit on field agent that I'm going to be doing. So, every project that we do always has a welcome screen, always tells you specifically what we're looking for, always gives you instructions, so you don't need any experience, and you can try all these jobs for the first time and be, prepared. So you click next. The main goal is to capture the palettes of the products that they're looking for. They want things that are vertical, straight on photos. Here's an example of what they're looking for. It's up to 25 photos to capture the entire aisle going left to right. And again, you can take your time and read all the instructions. It's really not all that complicated. It's mostly self-explanatory stuff. Last thing, if you find something is out of stock, they still want to see where it is, especially if you can verify it with the price tag. They still want to see that stuff. So let's begin. Is this location open? Why, yes, it is. Go to the soft drink aisle. So we're looking for soda. Move on to the next question when you're ready. So, again, I'll be answering more questions in between projects because I do have 3 of these to do here. The mods will be answering questions while my face is in my phone doing my job. Appreciate you, mods. So we are freelance merchandisers, and we do projects like this full-time, but you can do it part-time or supplemental. We are independent contractors, and we work for ourselves, so we get paid by the job to fill out these projects. They're very simple. They're not always easy. Sometimes they're tedious. What's up, guy? How you doing? I'm live. I'm live by myself. That's my buddy Chris. These are very simple. We usually check on food and beverage products, but we'll do some other products too. We are basically just filling out these little retail reports so that companies get a better sense of how products are being laid out inside of stores. Yep, I just saw it glitch for a minute. Okay. So I guess the Wi-Fi is going to be a bit temperamental today, and I apologize for that. Yeah. So again, we're doing this on Field Agent. This is on the Field Agent app. That app is in the profile. You can use it for free. Let's see. Get myself on the Wi-Fi on my own phone so that it works properly. Just waiting my turn here. Yeah, I know. I know. I saw it. Sometimes it's also just TikTok too. Because if you guys are able to go live, whether or not you're aware of it, but like, we have a little indicator, and that's the only thing that we have related to service that tells us how much service we actually have. It doesn't actually give us any other information. And the stores give a hard time. Not usually, Metal Mom. Most of the time we're left alone. I mean, I walk by a whole bunch of people. My buddy Chris also works here, so that does help us when we're doing Costco stuff. But no, usually we're left alone, and I can answer more questions about that. All right, I'll flip this back around now that I'm here where I'm supposed to be. So I'm in the soft drink section. Straight on vertical photos, and they will stitch them together. So this is not a panoramic shot. This is just multiple sections. Basically, at Costco, it's a bit easier how to format these because you're really just taking pictures of the palette. Just make sure you include the price tag on what you're doing. They want to see all soda, all soft drinks. Oops. So here's my camera button. So I do a vertical photo, just like here. I'm going to go a little closer and not cut off the product. Just like that. Moving on over onto the diet. Moving on over. Here's Mountain Dew. Here's Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper. That's kind of weird. And now onto the mini cans. This one does not have a price tag, but is still in line. It's still its own palette. They give you up to 50 entries in case you need them. You don't need to use all 50. That's a general rule for any app. Sometimes they will give you extra entries because they never know what you're going to run into. No two stores are exactly the same. So if you don't fill up the entire number of photos or the entire number of sections, don't feel like you need to redo your job over and over again. Just fill in those things so that they zero out. All right, that is all for the soft drinks. So I click done. That is soda. I was like, what the heck is that? Yeah, that is a soda. So that is a soft drink. Next. Now starting the soft drink, and then walk around the entire store for any displays. So any specific freestanding display that has soda on it. So there's a lot of different functional names for displays. Fortunately, Costco's pretty normal, where it's just like everything's on a pallet. So everything is considered a pallet display by technicality, but really I'm just looking for something on the end of the aisle, something standing alone by itself that counts as a display. But fortunately, I don't see any of that here. So I'm just poking around, making sure that none of this stuff here is a soft drink, and it is not. Oh, that's juice. That's juice. This is all seltzers and stuff. So no, we are good. So no displays. No soft drink displays. What do we got now? Now we're going to the energy drinks. They want Red Bull, Celsius, and Alani. Okay. vertical photo of each pallet containing energy drinks. So everything I just did, I'm gonna go do with the energy drinks. Now, I'm not 100% sure as to where the energy drinks are. I did just see the Celsius is back there, but I'm tentatively considering that as a display for right now. And I'm looking to see if there's anywhere else in the store that has the energy drinks. The reason I don't know where they are is because I don't buy them and I don't do too many audits on them. So I'm gonna look around for a minute, because I obviously will include that, but I'm just making sure that there's not anywhere else where they could be. Okay, so there's the sports drinks. I'm probably gonna need to come back for the Gatorade and all this stuff. I've at least found this. This is all juice. Okay, back wall, see? All it takes is a little bit of looking around. If you guys can pay attention to details and, what's it called? Problem solve here and there and have basic reading comprehension skills, you're gonna do just fine with this type of work. So, energy drinks. So that is including Celsius, I think. Yeah, essential energy, cool. So, I'm gonna take a photo of this one. Oh, good. Just sharing the aisle here. Okay, so we've got shot here. Shot here. Is this also energy? This is sparkling water. I'll include it anyway, it's just one photo. I'd rather include it, one extra photo they don't need than skip one that they might. That's kind of how that rolls. Okay, and finishing off with the monster here. Again, I'll be answering more questions in between projects. Mods will be answering questions in the meantime. Okay, and then now we're back to the displays. So it's the same structure, right? Go find the stuff in the regular aisle, in the regular spots where all the regular product is, and then specifically, are any of those products, do they have their own dedicated display? Which in this case, I found that before I actually found the regular spot. So you've got the Celsius, quite a bit of Celsius over here, 3 different pallets, quite a bit. Okay, so I'll take a picture of that one, and that one. And done, on to the next one. Now sports drinks, Gatorade, Propel, vitamin water, all that stuff. Same thing. Hopefully this is starting to look self-explanatory, because it really is. Buy is not, Gatorade is though. Yeah, I see that the Wi-Fi is not being so friendly today, and I apologize for that. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it until I'm out of this corner. Hopefully the rest of them will be easier. Also made sure to get the prime display right here, because that's a sports drink. Any freestanding display. So this one doesn't even matter. I'm literally just gonna go, you know what? Today's freestanding display is watermelon. That's what we're doing today. Today's freestanding display is watermelon. Use photo. That's it. So every project that you do on Field Agent, the last questions are going to be, do you have any comments, questions, concerns? Is there any relevant context you need to provide to the job to make sure that they have all the necessary information? I did not have any of that. This was very simple. Anybody can do this project. If you want to just poke around and make sure you didn't miss anything else in the store, you absolutely do, but I know this store fairly well. So every comments, questions, concerns, you can answer them. This is all the pictures I took, the answers I gave. I can go back and change anything that I want to. When I'm done, I just hit complete. And I check my active work, and that project uploads digitally, and I'll get paid for that in a couple of days. That was a $5 project. And again, I'm going very slow, not only because I'm by myself today and I'm using 2 phones at the same time, but because I'm showing you guys step by step that these projects really are very simple. The more you do them, the easier they get, the better opportunities they show up, and you can make a lot of money just doing what we do. Yes, so that's the code for Field Agent. The link to it is also in the profile. But yeah, really simple, right? And then I'll get paid for that in a couple of days. So before I start the next one, I will continue answering questions about this type of work. So again, this type of work is freelance merchandising, or just merchandising in general. There are firms that you can do this for full time and get paid hourly or salary based. But this is the freelance version. This is the independent contractor, where anybody can do this. You are your own business. So we are not on the clock right now. Like, I'm not on the clock. I have projects that I have accepted, that I've chosen to do today, and I can work to my heart's content. As long as there's enough availability in your area, you can work as much as you want. Each of these projects pays anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece. That's about the sweet spot to expect. And the pay is the same whether it takes you 5 minutes or 50 minutes. So in the beginning, that might be a drag because you're learning, you're not, hitting a ton of, you're not making great time on the project you're doing. But the more you do this, the more it becomes muscle memory, speed comes with practice, and you can the more projects you can get done in an hour, it's just going to be more money for you. Oh, absolutely, New Leaf. Yeah, we've been doing this a long time. There's 48 areas to take a picture, but we only use 8. How do you handle that? If there's 48, that's what I was. So Donna, if it gives you extra, also which app are you talking about? Because there's slightly different rules for each one. Field Agent is pretty lax with that. They understand that they have like more of like a modular thing where you use the same form for a lot of different stores, but they understand that if you don't need 40 entries, you don't need to take 40 pictures. So on Survey Merchandiser, is it the refrigerated or the frozen? Is that the audit you're doing? Because I feel like I might know which project you're talking about. Yeah, we're back at Costco, drummer. The projects keep coming up, and we zero out all the projects that we can do, but they just keep popping up, and we just keep doing them. Paper towels. Okay. So, again, you never need to use more photos than are required. I can tell you, like, I've never seen the paper towel one that gives you 48 entries, but if you only need 8, then you only need that many. You don't need to repeat your job, an additional 6 times. But if you want answers to questions like that, we do have a Discord that you can consider subscribing. Everything that we do on TikTok and YouTube is free. But if you guys want to actually talk to Joanna and I and talk to other full-time merchandisers who've been doing this a very long time, we have a wealth of knowledge that we can give you guys. We do have a Discord server. It's the only thing that's paid. And base membership is $7.99. If any of that sounds good to you, where you can just get real advice from us in real time when you're out working, you can join that from the link in the profile. And I'll talk more about that later. Hardest project that I've done? I was just thinking about this yesterday too. I couldn't remember the name of the project, but it wasn't a tobacco audit, but it was, I want to say it was like some type of like dried pasta, and the things that they wanted the lengths that they wanted you to go through were just insane. There are also some, like the IGA audits. Those ones are for, IGA grocers. Some of those stores, all of those stores are supposed to be really small, so the full store audits are just only supposed to take about a half hour. We did a couple of those for some full stores, and those took hours. Those were a long time. That was a lot of pictures. That was a massive project. But as far as like, is stuff hard? Not really. Most of this job is not hard. It's just about paying attention to detail and making sure that you do things properly. And you just take your time and read the directions to do so. Plenty of things are going to be tedious. And really just the difficulty is just like, stretching, trying to take as much work as possible. That's really where the difficulty. Are you trained on everything? No, you're not. So that's part of why we do this on TikTok. My story, when we first started doing this 10 years ago, nobody was teaching us what to do. But you do not need any specialized training. There's very little in the form of orientation and training at all. So basically, anybody can start this and start working immediately, but you working in the field is your training. So just give yourself some grace, give yourself the allowance to learn something new and that you're not gonna master it fully all at once, and just learn on the fly. So nobody's holding your feet to the fire or anything. You're not taking any more work than you ever need to, but just know that, there are a couple of training jobs on Survey Merchandiser, but that's about it. But it's really not as hard as it sounds. Anybody can do this. How often can you do the tobacco audit? So some projects, it really just depends on what contracts they have live and how long they're for. So essentially this type of work, it's almost like if you've been online filling out surveys about your demographic, we're essentially surveying the store. Let's just say, what's the product around here? Hefty. Let's just say Hefty, the brand, wants more information on how their products are being marketed in stores and areas. So they want to see things at Target, they want to see things at Walmart, they want to see things at your local grocery stores and Costco's. So if Hefty makes that contract live on one of the merchandising apps, they're trying to get multiple entries, multiple samples of stores and how they're marketing their products so that they can better trust their sales figures, make decisions on their own products and stuff like that. So just because one thing needs to be done one place doesn't mean that it doesn't also need to be done at other places around you, whether that's the same retailer or competitor retailers. And some of these are designed to refresh weekly, bi-weekly, quarterly. Some things that you've been doing for a while will actually start to cycle around. You just look at what's available in your area. They all work in your GPS location, so it tells you where to go. You don't have to just guess. Again, you don't need to do any specialized market research on these products. You do not work for these companies that you're researching for, nor do you work in the stores, nor are you an employee of the stores that you're researching in. You're an independent contractor. Unfortunately, nothing in Belgium. It's US only, some availability in Canada, and there's select exceptions throughout the world. We are looking for more international opportunities. It's just very hard because we have to test it and we have to have success with it before we start talking about it. And if it doesn't work on US soil, then it's tough for us to talk about. Yes, and you can get travel pay for sure. But yeah, so as far as payment, I just uploaded that project. I'll get paid for that in a couple of days. Field agents usually pretty quick, anywhere from like 2 to 4 days is pretty regular for them. Sometimes I'll do a whole bunch in the morning and I'll have them approved by the end of the night. So while I'll never say it will pay you same day, it happens. It happens. But usually we give the companies up to 6 days. But those are survey merchandiser, field agent, and Moby. You can use them all together and I'll show you what they all look like. Once your projects are approved, really all they're looking for is making sure that you did it right. Once you did it right, they review your project and then they release the funds. Survey merchandiser and field agent are both direct deposit. All you need is a bank account. If you want to use your regular bank account, that's what we do. That's cool. If you want to keep finances separate, open up a fresh checking account. That's totally cool too. Does not matter which one. You can also use some fintech companies like we recommend Current if you want to do some online banking type stuff. And then Moby is the only awkward one because Moby only pays in gift cards, but they are digital right to your email. So your cash is instant on your gift cards, and they have Target, Walmart, Amazon, Visa, and everything in between. Dirt Track Girl, have you? How many projects have you done? Because field agent, you need to do a couple of projects and have them approved, and then you follow the menus in the payout section, and it will have you set up your funding stuff. Yeah, Huntress, so we give all this stuff away for free. There's no book or course with us. There's nothing to buy or sell. We just encourage you guys to like, follow, and share. We do this live twice a day most days. We've been messing with the live schedule a little bit, so it's not always twice a day anymore. But yeah, we do all this stuff. All the apps that I talk about are for free in the profile. Nothing to buy or sell. These apps are free with or without us. So everything is just in one spot right there. How much does merchandiser take out after you get paid? Full percentage is 2.95%, and that covers the processing fees for the direct deposits, and that covers the what's it called, the OAC, occupational accident coverage, which comes with your deposits, and it's essentially like a workman's comp policy, and it protects you in the event you were hurt on the job. So a little less than 3%, and that's just on each transaction that you make. Other than that, there's really no fees associated with this. Let me see. Is there a job at Costco? So you have to. No, you do not, Lisette. So if you tell them that you are going to the pharmacy, or you can tell them whatever you want to get inside the store. Obviously, if you have a membership, that does make things easier for you, but no, there's no requirement. It really just depends on your location. I can tell you for a fact, I tell like almost every time, this Costco that I'm in is only about 4 or 5 years old. Has not been around for very long, and never once have I not been asked for my membership. But there's a BJ's Wholesale Club next town over that has been there for longer than I've been alive. Hold on, because it just glitched for a minute. Yeah, so there's a BJ's on the next town over that's been around longer than I've been alive, and never once have I been asked to show my membership to go inside. I can't buy anything unless I use my membership, but never once have I been asked. So it really just depends. Yes, travel pay is available in many cases with survey merchandiser. And again, the most important thing to remember with this type of income is that you work for yourself. Most of us already have full-time jobs, or we're a stay-at-home parent. Maybe we have other familiar responsibilities. whatever. We're all busy, and it's not that you don't have to think of it as I'm going to add another job to what I do. We work for ourselves, so we pick and choose the times we want to work, how much we want to work, and how often that is. So if things come up, yesterday, I'll be straight up with you. Yesterday, we had to take our dog to the emergency ER. We dropped everything that we had, and we went to make sure our dog was okay. She's doing a lot better now. But you know, we dropped the work that we had, and you know what? Our job is still here because we work for ourselves. It happens. So if you already have a full-time job, you can do this on your way to or from work or on your days off. If you're stay at home, you can take the kiddos in the cart and do these with you. A lot of these are very simple to where you can do them with kids with you. You can be college, you can be stay at home, you can be military, you can be partially or fully retired, you can be on state assistance. Anybody can do this stuff. Yes, it's 1099. So negotiating travel pay is a skill, just like anything else. You can always ask. Like, it never hurts to ask. My recommendation, though, would be to maybe not be so concerned with that in the very beginning, because their expectation is not everybody that joins is going to be serious about doing this work, which might be the truth in some cases, but it's more about if it's supposed to make your time worth it, it's also got to be worth it for them too. So if you just want travel pay on like one project, they're probably not going to give it to you. But if you're going to be out in a region, you're going to be out in a territory where there's quite a bit and they can count on you to get that done, you can kind of communicate with that, you know, just say, hey, is there anything left in the budget? You know, or maybe this project's a little bit low paying. I'm just trying to make it worth my while, stuff like that. Just be polite, be professional. Don't be, you know, don't call them cheap or anything. That's not a way to get anything that you want in life. But again, it's a skill just like anything else. At the end of the day, it's still at their discretion if they give travel pay, but it does happen, and it happens frequently. Yes, so there are some unique cases, Lisa, where there have been projects where they will actually pay for you to go out of state. Those are fewer and further between, and those are hourly paid. Those are not the traditional jobs in most cases. When those come around, you will see them and you will know what they are, and those usually entail that. But that's completely optional. Again, we cherry pick the things that we want to do and the things that we don't want to do. Nobody's sending work down the pipe that we have to take no matter what. So, it's just get yourself comfortable with these apps. They're very flexible. They're very self-starter. They're very hands-off. And we show you guys how they work. Hey, we'd appreciate 30K. Why not? I'll take 30K. Sure, sugar is better than vinegar in almost every way. Let's see. All right, so if you guys are ready to see another project, I've got more to do. But again, if anybody popped in a little late or you just want a little recap, you should not first field agent Wolfie. The survey merchandiser might ask for it. You're welcome, Simba. But everything that we do is for free. No book or course with us, nothing to buy or sell. We just go live and show you how to do this freelance merchandising stuff and mobile gaming and cash back and anything for you to get ahead in your financial pursuits. If you want to use anything that we talk about, it's always available for free in the TikTok profile. Just take yourself over to Joanna's profile right here and click that link in the bio. Bio, not that, bio. Or go to joannalynofficial.com. It's all the same stuff. Gaming and surveys are up here. Merchandising apps. I'm doing 3 field agents right here. I just did 1. I've got 2 more to do. Let's see how quickly I can get them done because I'm yapping and explaining and taking my time because I'm by myself. Also, there's ways for you guys to contact us. You can join the Discord from right here. Cashback opportunities, financial apps. If you've been following Joanna's weight loss journey, we need to update that. That is 60 pounds. She has lost 65 pounds in 8 months. She looks phenomenal, and she's not here because she's getting her hair done today. But all these are free, so grab some to try. Go back to the profile, watch the pin videos and that side hustle playlist, and then come back and see us because we go live twice a day to answer your questions and show you how to use the app. All right, chips and salty snacks. Here's another audit. Same type of structure, making sure that you know what is expected of you. Go on. We're going to be finding, it tells you how they want their photos. They do not want landscape. That's always implied it's vertical on this app. This is an example photo of what they're looking at. We're still in Costco. We're still going to look for the things that we're doing. It gives you all the formatting instructions of how to take these. Again, if you don't find what you're looking for or you find that it's out of stock, they still want to see it. Is this location open? Yes, it is. We're going to find the chips. Lay's, Tostitos, Doritos, and On the Border. So let's find the physical chips aisle. There's lots of popcorn here. It'll probably ask me about popcorn in a minute. But I'm going to go to the chips aisle over here. Okay. Now, some of these are kind of mixed in. I'm just gonna probably include a few duplicates of these because I'm not gonna cherry pick over each single one based on that. So let's see. So none of that is chips. Those are chips, shrimp chips, yikes. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so I'm looking for chips. Let's see if there's anything else poking around towards the back, because there's obviously some right here. I'm also just waiting for my turn. And then, hold on, I'm gonna skip ahead in this job because I want to see something. There, so then the display, no, salty snacks. Okay, so this is all your crackers and stuff. I'm just skipping ahead to see what else is next in case I need to organize these in a different way. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Okay, no, so they did not. So I'm gonna include all of that. So it's not implied here as 2 sections, but because I know how these stores are laid out, there's gonna be a lot of photos for this one because the chip section is quite big here. But it's not asking for those things. So what I'm gonna do is take pictures in this aisle, and then I will also go to the center aisle because there's a bunch of, there's a whole other section that has a bunch of chip products there. So I will be doing that. But same thing, taking straight on photos, not cutting off my product. Again, because of Costco, it's a little bit easier. You can just go by the pallets. If you're not doing these at Costco, what they shoot for is 4-foot sections, which is roughly the width of the pallet, or it's where the shelves break on like a regular grocery shelf. Usually that's about 4 feet. It does not have to be exact. What you're doing is showing them, if you were in the store, this is what you would see. So you're just going step by step, and they stitch all these pictures together and make one panoramic image. That's why they want all of them in sections. Again, if this was not Costco, we would be overlapping our photos a bit more so that they can see that we're not missing anything. All right, so this is displays. I'll come back to that. But now I'm gonna come, this is also displays, but I'm gonna come over here to where all of the boxed snacks are, because those are still chips too. So again, this is another one of those instances where you're kind of just problem solving here and there. You kind of know that there's more than one spot where things can be. So I'm moving over to the center aisle just in front of checkout, and I will get the chips that are there as well. Again, I have 50 pictures to burn, so I'm really not worried about, you know, unless they're not giving you enough pictures. For the most part, this is gonna be self-explanatory. You see some chips on your way out, just go back and edit it before you submit. All right, so that's considered a display. Well, all right. So I'm gonna get the popcorners. I believe these are chips. I've had them. I would call them chips, right? I mean, they're corn snacks, but we'll leave them off. But I've got some chips here. I'm gonna back up and do this as best I can, just because I'm kind of cramped for space here, just because I have 2 phones. But it's just a little difficult for me. Okay, there we go. And there's chips here too. Okay. All right, and then now I can move forward to the next section. Now it's gonna ask me about the displays. Are there any displays? Yes, there are. So there's quite a few. Let me see how many it gives me. Oh no, it doesn't give me a limit, so I can. All right. So then I will go back over here and I will get the, it only gives me the 1 photo to capture all the chip displays, which is kind of a drag, but you know, also not my fault. So I'm just gonna look around for the best angle to include as many of them in one shot as possible. So I believe it's gonna be this other side, because this other side is more of the popcorn variety, whereas this side is gonna be more of the actual chip variety. So I'll do it from this side. And then you can see your Doritos, your Stacy's, the kettle chips, and Cape Cods and whatnot. So again, they do want vertical photos. They do not want the horizontal photos. So I'm gonna take it from here, try to get as much as I can. Oh, it does give me more than 1. Haha, excellent. So that's what I'll do then. All right, so I've got this one here. I have this section, I only have 12. So if I run out of photos, that's okay. That's not my fault. That one. And all these are displays. That one. Those are crackers. Oh no, those are chips. Those are chips. Also, when you're taking pictures of these at Costco, try to include the side that actually has the price on them so that they can see that. Okay, that's not chips. But these are chips. Okay. And that, oh, these. Get the tortilla chips right here. And get the veggie straws as well. I consider them chips a little bit. Okay, and I do have 4 more photos. I'm gonna go grab the 2 that I got over there. And then I'm gonna probably have to walk back. So again, sometimes you're walking back and forth across the store, but it's really not a huge deal. See it as, you know, getting your steps in. But yeah, I'll be answering more questions because I do have another project to do after this. So mods are answering questions in the meantime. I will be answering more questions when I'm not doing the job. It's just I'm by myself today. If Joanna was here, she'd be doing the project and I'd be doing all the questions, all the yapping. But I got to do everything today because she's getting her hair did for y'all. She's getting the big pink done. It's going to look really nice when she's all done. We've been talking about it for a while. All right, big display with chips on it. Another big display with chips on it. Okay. Oh, and Cheetos too. Get those as well. All right. Used almost all of them. Next. Now, salty snacks, crackers, popcorn, Rice Crisps, stuff like that. Same thing that I just did. So since I'm here, I'm probably going to start over here if there are some that are here. Crackers and salty snacks. Photos. So I skipped over a few of these. I'm going to start. That's considered a display. I will come back to that one in the second section. Again, a display is usually something that's on the end. If this was a regular aisle, this would be considered an end cap in most cases. So I consider that a display. Especially if you compare that to how Field Agent usually classifies displays on their app. Okay, Cheez-Its. Already did these, but then I'll get the Pirate's Booty popcorn. Did those already. Back to the Cheez-Its. There we go. So a lot of times, this is kind of what we do. Like, no 2 stores are exactly the same. So you kind of have a directive, and you kind of have to make sure that it fits, like your job fits the place that you're in. Because, you know, some places might have more of one product or don't carry another. Some places might spread things across. Some things might have, you know, different nuances to them. And you just kind of connect the dots color by number so that they can see all the details of the store that you're in, because that's what they depend on. Okay, so those were chips. I did that already. I'll get the hippies, those ones. So I got that, and then the Smart Pop, and then I got to go back down the other aisle, and then I'm done with this one. Okay. That's it for the, yep, this is all chips. So then I'll just get the rest of these here. Also, as a rule of thumb, we work left to right here. We work left to right. If it doesn't otherwise state it, we assume that we work left to right. So I took pictures of those, and then I got those, and those, and those. Those are chips, Cheetos, Harvest Snaps, plantain strips. All right, and I took pictures of the rest of those too. Okay, so that's it for this project. And then any displays. Any displays. So again, those can hang out basically anywhere. You know what? I accidentally put a few extra photos in there, so I'm just gonna grab these as those. That was my bad. And you can go back and change all this stuff. I put these in the wrong section. So the hippies, the skinny pop, the lesser evil, and the cabin. And I'm just gonna leave those in there just in case, but I did put them in the wrong section. That was very dumb of me. Okay, any freestanding display. And looks like the lucky winner today is this cat tower. That's the display that I've chosen. That's our display. Again, comments, questions, concerns, didn't have any. Pictures I took, answers I gave, hit complete, and this project uploads and I'll get paid in a couple of days for it. So again, we mostly work with food and beverage products. Sometimes we'll do things like batteries or light bulbs or sunglasses, basically anything. Nothing's off limits. Any product that wants more information of how their products are being marketed inside of these retailers, we'll check on. So we don't have to do any, I see one red. Why is the Costco Wi-Fi fighting me today? It could just be TikTok. If you guys can see, just let me know. But all I see is the color on the live indicator. Yeah, so we're independent contractors, so it's hard for us to give like hard figures. I can give you some projections, but the reality is most of us, because we work for ourselves, there's going to be different nuances to each. So there's obviously the big difference between part-time, full-time, and supplemental, all of which are available on here. Then it comes to how much is available in your area, what part of the country you live. Sometimes depends on what it pays, how much you're willing to travel. Then you talk about bonuses, pays, travel pay, pay adjustments. You're talking about, even down to how quickly you can get these projects done. So if you're looking for something kind of actionable, give yourself some time to learn these apps and get to a point where you can basically complete these projects in about 15 minutes or less. If you can get to that point, then you can treat $24 an hour as a baseline. And I mean that as a baseline because we usually stay way above that. The reason we can do that is because with being able to get projects done in 15 minutes or less, then even if you include travel time, and even if you go off the base pay scale, which is about $5 and $6, then all you need to hit is 4 projects in an hour, and that's $24 an hour right there. Again, we usually go higher than that. It's just like, at the end of the day, today kind of sucked. We still made $24 an hour. So while it's not a sales job, it fluctuates. No 2 days are exactly the same. We just take whatever work is available. So it's just about, what comes our way and how far we got to travel and how quickly we can get stuff done. But yeah, again, in the beginning, if it's taking you 4 or 5 times longer to do the projects that I'm doing, that's okay. It gets easier. Everybody's starting from the ground floor with no experience in most cases. But the more you do, the easier it gets and the better projects can come along your way. And you're not paid on your performance. You're not going to get in trouble if a project that's supposed to take you 20 minutes takes you an hour and 10. It just means you won't make as much in the very beginning. And you have the freedom to just try this. Go try 1, try 2 on your day off, whenever you have time, and just learn the work. Not only learn the work, but familiarize yourself with the apps because the apps are part of what we do. You have to be able to use them and use them efficiently to be able to do your job. So you really have the freedom in the beginning to do this intermittently and not stress yourself out. But then this is something that can also grow with you the more comfortable you are or the more availability that you have.
Do you like the flavors though?
Shout out to the mods. Always shouting out the mods, let me tell you. Yeah, so I'll answer a few more questions before I do my last one. So letters of authorization are not always supplied. It depends on the company and depends on the project that you're doing. If you have an LOA, have that printed out and in your hand before you go in the store. And if anybody gives you crap about, hey, what are you doing here? You can just hand them that. That's usually good enough. In almost every case on Survey Merchandiser, when they provide you with an LOA, they do require of you having a picture of it in hand so that you can show that you actually have it in hand when you show up at that store. Excuse me. Any other case, what we do is pretty visible. Some of it is mystery shop, some of it is secret shop. That's not to say that if you are found out, like you're in trouble. None of what we do is, everything's very above board. Excuse me, but I can explain why they do that as well. But if somebody figures out what you're doing, it's okay. You can still do your job as long as they're cool with it. If for any reason you're asked to leave, do as much of your job as you can and upload it specifically what went wrong, what they told you, you will still be paid for your time. The reason they tell you not to disclose with secret shoppers or the mystery shoppers is because they want the authentic experience. The whole point of what we do, everything that you see around me, every product that's out, every price, every location, every detail, down to whether it's eye level, chest level, knee level, all of this location is all negotiated at the corporate level. So they're paying for essentially the advertising. So what your job as a merchandiser to do, and specifically as a secret shopper, is if you're having trouble finding the things that you're supposed to be looking for, or they're seeing that there's errors in how things are being marketed, then that's going to affect the regular customer experience. If you walk in there and say, hey, I'm going to audit this product today, and make a big announcement, you're not going to get the authentic experience, because the average customer is going to walk in and out without really engaging with anybody in the store. And that means that if they were even slightly interested in the product that you're supposed to be researching, and it wasn't where it's supposed to be, or if it's the wrong price, or if something's damaged, expired, anything like that, that affects future sales. It's all very much like way up here marketing stuff. You don't need to know any of that to do this. Just understand that's where it comes from. So that's why they say, just don't say you're doing a Moby, because it's a mystery shop. They want you to be able to see the store as it is that day, and not have your hand held by the manager to make sure everything was great that day. Because sometimes it's not. And we're not giving the stores bad grades or anything. That's not what any of this is. We mostly focus on the products. Yes, you can screenshot the LOA on Moby. They have just now begun to start providing LOAs. They used to not do that at all. So, also, they say that if you provide the LOA, that you won't get paid as much. There's no way for them to know that you provided the LOA or not. There's no way for them to know that on Moby. So I would basically disregard that message. Let me see. I know soon enough I have the sweet treats I'm trying to pick up. Yeah, use Sweet Summer or Sweet Treats. That one, I think we're doing that one tonight. If it's on Survey Merchandiser, I think we're doing that one tonight inside of Target. So if you want to see that one done, Joanna will be with me with all pink hair, and we'll do that project. And if you want to see that done live and in the flesh, that's what we'll be doing tonight. Yeah, I've got one more to do, and I can continue answering questions. Which one was it? Cereal, granola, breakfast bars, and oatmeal. Not too bad. Letter of authorization, that's what an LOA is. Doing certain missions can yield bonuses. Absolutely they can. Yep, they will give you those via email. Lots of cool stuff. And again, you're going to learn about this field of work the more you do it, just by putting yourself out there. If you're trying to, maximize before you ever start, it's just not going to happen, because you need the experience to get out there and do it. You just got to go try these. And once you get those first few successes, and you want to do this intermittently throughout the day, then you're like, okay, then I can kind of scale this up. Okay, they're seeing that I'm doing more work, more stuff's going to show up for me. Oh, they're seeing that I'm completing, that I'm traveling, that I'm doing other things. There's going to be more routes and more things available for me. So, again, we challenge you just to give these a try and bend them to your needs, your day, your availability, your schedule. Because I'm not on the clock. If I want to stop working right now, I can, and I will. And my job will still be there tomorrow. So even if you just do this throughout the day, whenever you're bored, like whenever, it used to be when the stores were open, before everything stopped being 24 hours, at least up here for COVID, we'd be bored and we'd just find projects to go and do it at 3 a.m. As long as the store is open and you don't need a manager approval, you're good to go. But yeah, this is really easy stuff. Yes, you can get gas money, yes. That needs to be agreed upon before you do it. I usually provide that on Survey Merchandiser. That's one of the 3 apps that we use. Everything that we talk about is for free in the profile, nothing to buy or sell. If you guys want to do freelance merchandising stuff just like this, you can start working today if you want to. Just grab some of those apps. Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Moby. Create accounts, get them verified, and you can start working. And I'll show you what those apps look like when I'm done with this project. And you can see what you're going to be doing. Absolutely. All the good advice today, you guys. Appreciate it. All right. Cereal audit. Ready? Go. Here we go. Last thing. Is this location open? Yes, it is. Cereal aisle. Okay, so cereal is this direction. Took me a minute. I usually don't buy my cereal here, so I had to think of where I had to go. It's one of these back here. There's bread. Here it is, cereal. Okay, same thing. Capturing the pallets. Start all the way at the end because it looks to be that this is going to be all cereal.
Peanut butter.
What is that? It says loaded. Puffs, crunch, and tricks. Very nice. Okay. So I'm going to take a photo of this one. Okay. And this one. We'll go a little bit closer on these.
Hey,
Oh, you're
sorry.
good. You're good. There we go. Cereal. Again, if you don't go as fast as we do, that's okay. That's not a requirement. You have the freedom to learn this on your own time at your own pace. Oh, that's odd. You guys see that? It's one pallet split across 2 products with 2 price tags. That's weird. And you see things like that. And again, they want to know that. Okay. A few more to go here. And trust me, this will be a lot easier for you if you don't have another phone that you're trying to live stream from at the same time. I promise you it'll be easier. All right. And the last one here. Never even seen that before. Magic spoon. Okay. And any cereal displays. I'm gonna say no. I'll look around the back, but that's the flowers cooler. So the answer is no. There's no cereal. Oh. Well, I'm at least going to include it. I'm at least going to show that it's there. No, that doesn't count as a display. That's a bunch of other stuff. It's not even unwrapped yet. Technically, that shouldn't even be on the floor. Okay, so no display. Okay, and granola here. Well, that's the oatmeal. Those are the oats. So it's probably the next section. But that is it for the granola, to the best of my knowledge. That's not granola. That's protein powders. Yep, that's going to be it. Unless this is protein. But is this granola over here on the end here? Gluten-free organic. Nope, that's oats. Okay, so that's it for the granola there. Not much here for granola. And no displays for the granola. And now I'm doing the oats. One photo of the oats. Well, one of each. Okay.
Hello?
There we go. Oatmeal. Okay, and nothing on that side. I'm gonna get that one up there that's considered a display because it's on the end. Yes, one oatmeal display. All right. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, granola bars. Okay, I gotta find where the granola bars are. All right, that's gonna be in this section right here towards the center. And I will find all these, your Chewies, your Kodiaks, these things. Here we go. A bunch of them right here. Oh, actually, there's quite a few here. Okay. I wanna see, oh, so it's breakfast bars in general. Let me see if there's a second section, just so I don't. Yep, I will wait next. Yes, display. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I'm going to include any granola bar and breakfast bar in one section. If it was broken up into 2 sections, I would have broken it up into 2 sections. I just wanted to make sure. So, again, last section here, and I'm done in here. And each of these projects is like a minimum of $5. So if I didn't say that before, I do admit that I forgot to check the prices before the pays before I took them. But Costco's usually pretty generous with their projects. So I usually just assume at worst $5. So this has been a quick $15 that I've leisurely been able to do inside this store. This one I can actually do both sides because I've got plenty of breakfast bars right here. So this one is a little bit tricky when they're split up like this. Just make sure you're including both price tags and still going by the pallet rule. Okay. I'm going to scoop this carriage out of the way because that's going to obstruct my photo. It will tell you to do this when you can because they don't want anything obstructed. They just want to be able to see everything. Depending on the project that you're doing, on the app that you're doing, they might kick your project back and ask you to fix that or just not give you credit. Okay. And here's... Okay. Oh, I got to do my verification thing. There we go. Okay, and then that's it for the bars in the aisle, and now there's going to be displays. Yes, there are. So I've got, so not the True Bar. You know what? I'll include it. It's just one. I'll include it. I doubt it counts, but again, you'd rather put a questionable project in for a photo than omit it and it actually be necessary. Okay, we got the Z bars. And these ones. And this is all the nuts. There's no bars down here, correct? Correct. I'm gonna make sure, oh, the kind bars and these Bobos. Okay. And this is it. This is the final shot right here. Kind bars. Again, if I had any issues, oh, freestanding display. All right, who's getting the freestanding display today? Who's getting the freestanding display? Let's see. You know what? It's gonna be these s'mores things. That's the freestanding display. Look at that right there. There. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get something towards the center of the aisle. Yep. All right. There we go. It's plants. There we go. Again, comments, questions, and concerns, you can send them there. But I did not have any issues. You can go back and change anything if you messed anything up or want to edit anything. I just accidentally went to the very beginning. You can still see all of my entries are saved. And there we go, complete. Active work. So that was a really quick 3 projects that I got done in a long time just because I was yapping and doing this by myself, going kind of slow. But if I was working by myself, I probably would have been in and out of this store in 15 minutes for all 3 of those projects. If I prorate that over, a full hour, it's like $45 an hour. So that's kind of a helpful way to look at this. You have to stop looking at it as all of that work for X amount of minutes. Yes, if it takes you that long, sure. But a lot of these projects you can complete in half the time or less once you're up to speed, and you can do as many as you want. There's no cap on income, nor is there a quota that you have to keep hitting. So you can work as much as you want, and that's what we do. That's how we make full-time income on part-time hours. Come on, got one more to load. There we go. All right. How long have we been live? I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi is doing today. Super annoying. Yeah. Sorry, I see that. I'm not sure what's going on with Costco Wi-Fi today. Anybody that's here regularly, we've been in here pretty frequently all week and all of last week, and apparently the Wi-Fi is just calling it quits today. So I apologize for the spotty reception. This next one that I'm about to do is deliberate though. I'm walking outside of Costco, so I'm gonna get on the data. It is gonna skip, and I'll answer any other questions that you guys have, and we'll touch on a few more things. Oh, I parked over here. I'm way off. Also, with your permission, when we get back to the car, I very much need a coffee break because my mouth is dry and I only got through maybe a third of my coffee. Oh, no, you do not have to be a member to work in Costco, BJ's, and Sam's Club. There are ways to get in. Chiefly among them, you can tell them that you're using the restroom or going to the pharmacy. By law, they cannot deny you for what's it called? Pharmacy. Yes. If you don't mind, a very quick coffee break. Yeah, see, I only got this far down. I only got that far down. I'm gonna need another one of those, and then we'll keep going. You're welcome. Yeah. All right. So, for anybody that came in during the middle or late, I'm not Joanna Official. I'm AJ. But we show you guys how to make money, save money, and get cash back for free on your phone. Nothing to buy or sell with us, no book or course. We've been using these freelance merchandising things for about 10 years, and you can use them too in your spare time. They don't cost anything to use. Everything's in the profile. Links, the merchandising apps are all in the profile. They're all itemized very correctly. Thank you, Wicked. Very much makes my brain happy every time I look at it now. You can use them all and start working today if you want to start working today. But this is totally flexible income. You are an independent contractor, so it means you work for yourself. If you want to work today, work today. If you don't want to work today, that's okay. Your job will still be there. The more you do, the easier it gets. You're just checking on products inside of stores, filling out these little retail projects. You get paid by the job to do it. So as far as taxes, that's something I did not address. It is on the books. It is 1099, so you will file 1099 taxes. If you have filed a 1099 before, you know exactly what to expect and what to write off, all of those things. Excuse me. If you have not, we consider speaking to a real tax professional. If you want detailed advice, I can give you some basic pointers, but we are not tax professionals here. We have professionals do that for us. Yeah, if you're a new amateur, absolutely. Yeah. Again, the most important thing in the beginning, and I'll show you what the apps look like, is to just get it done right. Most people are coming from no experience whatsoever, and you don't need any to do this. So your on-field, working in the field is your training. So there's no full-on practice period. There's a couple of training jobs, but you're paid for those. That's not like, fake. But even if it's taking you 3 or 4 times longer than the projected time, it's going to be okay. Because the more you do, the more comfortable you're going to get, the better opportunities to show up. And you're going to start getting the actual cash, and you're like, okay, this works. I think I can scale up on this. I think I'll do this on my days off. I think I can do this on my way home. There's a lot of ways that you can build this into your day. This job is flexible for you. You don't need to be flexible for this job. The only thing that, is going to require some frequent maintenance is just checking on the app, seeing what drops. Contracts drop all the time. Most of the time, Roxana, no. Usually the projects that we do are secret shop or mystery shop in nature when it comes to the wholesalers. There are some occasions it's happened where you do need to engage with regular Costco staff, but wholesale clubs have different retail rules and regulations than the regular grocery stores do. We mostly stick to the grocery stores. We've been doing a lot of Costco recently, but a bulk of our job is going to be in the regional stores. So up here in the Northeast, we have Stop and Shop, we have ShopRite, we have Big Y, we have Price Chopper, Whole Foods. There's some mom and pops. There's some independent grocer association, IGA. Let's see what else. Other random things too, not even just grocery stores. We obviously do your Targets and your Walmarts, the big conglomerates. We also do things inside of CVS and Walgreens and Home Depot and Lowe's, basically anywhere products are sold. So all these apps work on your GPS location. I'm going to show you those right now. Yes, some of these get done in restaurants too, depending on the project and depending on the app. So again, everything that we do is here for free. Link in the profile. Just everything's in that link in the bio. Just click this link or go to joannalynofficial.com. Everything's right here. The merchandising's right here. We have mobile gaming and surveys that you can earn passive cash on just by doing those in your free time and your downtime. Then we have cash back. Saving money on the everyday things that we buy is just as important as earning it in the first place. We show tons of this on live as well. A few financial apps to get yourself started. Again, you don't need to use everything in this list, but we have everything in one convenient location. Back to the profile, pin videos in the Side Hustle playlist, and then come back and see us because we do this stuff live twice a day. So here's what you're going to be looking at. I was showing you guys Field Agent today. I'll show you all 3. You're going to create an account, and you can start working today if you want to. You're going to let populate, and there's a bunch of different categories of projects, and I can click on one, and it'll tell me where I got to go. So this is a Waterford Walmart. And I can click, this one actually we did last night. This is a buy and try, ratings and reviews. But there's also real estate audits where you take photos from the street of a property. You don't have to go on private property. Look, 12, 11, 11, 12. Just for taking pictures out in New York. Let's see what else. Precision required. We've got Price Chopper here. We've got, what is this one? Walgreens right here. Yeah, there's plenty of these that you can do. And you can accept and decline as you please. You can also use the map view. And you can see that each one of those pins is a job. I'll show you one that's a bit more detailed. Each of these entries, same idea. You're going to see stores the dollar stores, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Food Works, 7-Eleven, Cumberland Farms. Anywhere you can think of, a lot of places, they're going to have work to do. Even H&M, like the clothing store. I'll actually click this one because I know what it is. You click it, and you can preview the project before you even do it. So I click it, and I preview it. So this is an $18 project. It's going to take you roughly 25 minutes. You will be locating the sheer text type products, and then you'll work with the store to correct any issues if necessary. So you scroll on down. When this job is actually yours, your jobs are going to look detailed and colorful with pictures and instructions like my field agent projects did. This is just like the skeleton of the job. So there's a letter of authorization. It's included in the attachment. You print that out ahead of time in case somebody asks you, who are you and what are you doing here? You're going to check in with customer service, tell them what you're there to do. You're going to go find what you're looking for. The sheer text product, the tights section. So you're going to go into H&M and find the tights section and find those products. When you find them, you're going to take photos of the entire section as is. Then you're going to do inventory of all of that specified product. Is there anything that's damaged? How many units, how many facings are there? How many units are there? Does everything have a hanger on them? If there's not, take pictures of that. Is the price tag missing or incorrect? You're going to address with all of these. And then after you assess the product, then you might go touch base with the manager. You're not selling them anything. You're just going to touch base on a few things. You can preview what it's actually going to ask you to talk to them about, and then just talk to them. If the price tags need to be adjusted, you can have the store address that. You do not need to do that. Final step is always merchandising, straightening things up, making them look nice, and taking a picture of what you do so it's nice and neat when you leave. Comments, questions, concerns, bam, $18 job for roughly 25 minutes. And you can do as many of these as you want. And this one too also works on your GPS location, so you can see each of these pins is a job. And the radius on this app goes a little bit farther. You can search other areas on the other apps as well. This is just the one that has a, by default, large radius. So we live in Connecticut. We are allowed to cross state lines and work in other states too. We also travel many other places for business and for vacation. So we've been to Florida. We've been to both Carolinas, Virginia. We've been to Louisiana. We've been to Nevada. We've been to California. Way over here, we have a friend, Akaria. We went to her place in Hawaii. We have done basically everything in the Northeast. So there's lots of places that we travel. The last one that we have is Moby. The only difference with Moby is that these projects are first come, first serve. You can't reserve them ahead of time. Otherwise, the work is basically the same. It's going to show you different projects that are available near you, and you can accept and decline as you please. Instances where you can find multiple projects inside of one store. So that one $5 job that's like 10 minutes away and you're kind of on a fence, do I want to do that one? Check the other apps too. If that means that you can get 4 projects in one stop, or maybe there's 3 in one and then 1 2 minutes down the road, you're looking for these pockets of jobs, these clusters of jobs that you can just get done very quickly and be efficient with your travel. What's up, Jordan? What's up? Yeah, it's just me today. So I'll appreciate the AJ exclamation point, but you can give Joanna exclamation points tonight because the pink hair is coming back. She's at the salon right now getting her pink hair on. All right. Diamond T. So it is not a requirement to get an LLC immediately. We did this for many years without an LLC, but in the beginning especially, this is like a feeling out period. Is this something that you really want to do? If this is something that you want to keep permanent on any basis, whether you want to keep supplemental or keep part-time or scale up to full-time, when this becomes a permanent thing for you, yes, an LLC definitely helps you a lot for tax time. There's a lot of different benefits that you can get by having your own LLC. But again, that's something that you can decide after. That's not something that you need to have lined up, especially if you want to do it right, have a professional do that. Whether it's a lawyer or just a regular tax professional, they can help you do that. But it is a better thing. The most difficult thing to get started is, Jessica, I swear, all of these companies, none of them are going to hold your hand. They will give you instructions, but if you're someone that needs a guiding hand, that's just not what they do. That's not what they do. They tell you where to go and what to do, but a lot of this job you do kind of have to figure out on your own. And that's why we're here. When we first started, nobody was teaching us how to do all this. We had to figure it out. You're constantly learning about new products. It's a lot of Whole Foods products. It might be just some lower budget things. Not every company is going to have the resources of Pepsi and Cola. So you're just fact finding and you're verifying quality assurance things for these products inside of stores. And there's going to be nuances. There's going to be things that you're going to run into that you've never seen before, whether it's like physical location wise. Sometimes, like I'll tell you, like for straight up here, we have a lot of funky Walmarts. And by funky, I mean they're not full super Walmarts. And not only are they just smaller Walmarts, but the building itself used to be something else, so their square footage and their planograms are all freaking off, and there's a whole bunch of things that are odd. So whenever I know I'm going into one of those, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled. I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm covering my bases, because things are gonna show up funky on that job the entire time. And you might know things like that too. If things are in old buildings, certain structures of projects are built for a specific type of store, but then that project becomes available in like a wholesaler like that, like Costco. And sometimes the projects just don't exactly fit the way that you expect them to. So the most important thing is to just be patient with yourself. You're learning something new. You are not, in most cases, expected to, grab this by the seat of the pants and become completely fluent in 5 days. Give yourself the chance to learn this. Do 1, do 2, do this intermittently. Play with it. You have the room to get your feet wet and get your feet underneath you. And then once you have your feet underneath you, go ahead and take as much as you want. But these are very hands-off and very self-starter. However, if you do want the guiding hand, if you want to be able to learn with other people and speak to Joanna and I in real time, as well as other full-timers that do this, other merchandisers that have had a lot of experience doing what we do have a paid Discord. So again, everything on TikTok, everything on YouTube, all the social media stuff is free. And you don't need to join that and pay for anything if you do not want to. You can absolutely make this work all by yourself. But if you're somebody that wants real-time advice, because there's a lot of confusing things that you might run into, if you are out in the field and you have a specific question, you haven't heard back from tech support, we do have a Discord where you can talk to us anytime, day or night. There's going to be a lot of different things that we'll be rolling out in the Discord as well in the coming weeks, including exclusive content, lives that no one else but Discord subscribers will see. There's a project archive that we're going to be working on. So if you are actually somebody that is having success doing these projects, if you think that it's feasible the next time you go do a project and do it right, that you could screen record your screen and maybe make some notes and comments on your project, we will be accepting submissions. You can make your mark with us as we help new people get integrated in the world of freelance merchandising, so that if they see your project that you just did, they can refer to your project and be that much more prepared. And that way you're helping us help other people when they have these projects in there. So the Project Archive is going to be a massive creative effort by everybody that's going to be in there. What else we got? Also, a lot of the gaming stuff. TikTok really does not like the gaming content. Don't know why, but we do some of that in the Discord as well. If you want specific information, tips, tricks, and stuff on how to get some of those gaming incentives. We have also, the Discord server is a secured server. It's verified, which means I control who's in there and who's not. There's a certain level of clearance you need to get in there, which helps us combat the spam profile issue that is rampant on TikTok. Until we can get TikTok to take down all the spam profiles of Joanna, especially important that if you want to talk to us, it's only in the Discord and it's only via email from here. No TikTok DMs, no Twitter DMs, no Insta DMs, no Facebook, no Telegram, no WhatsApp, no exceptions. That's a great way to get yourself in trouble, is if you start talking to people on the internet that you don't know on an encrypted messaging service. So if you want to actually talk to us, we do talk to you, but it's only on Discord. I know, me too, Wicked. Me too. What's up, Miss Fat? The more you do, yes, absolutely, Diane. What have I missed? Yes, link is in the bio. Yes, so if there's a few things with the Discord. Link is in the bio. Also, you can just go to discord.gg/JoannaLynn. If you're joining on mobile and it does not prompt you to subscribe, you will not be able to participate. If you don't get that prompt, try it on your mobile browser on your phone, like opening up the Safari or Google Chrome, or you can do it on desktop. But you do need to subscribe. It's not the same thing as subscribing to TikTok. We would much rather see you on Discord, if truth be told. But anyway, base membership is $7.99. And the cool thing is that with the merchandising apps, that's like 2 projects maximum. If you can get 2 projects done, that'll clear your membership fee. You go send that sub to the Discord, and then that's 30 days of access to us anytime, day or night, unless I'm sleeping. I mean, I don't sleep all the time, but like, I do sleep. We sleep. Joanna might be up though. Joanna doesn't sleep. And again, it's not just us. Wicked is in there. Thurston's in there. iMac is in there. Yas is in there. Jason's in there. A lot of the mods that are in and out of here, they're in there too, and they've been doing a bunch of stuff. You haven't slept yet, Wicked? Please go sleep. You're behind. You are hours behind us, and you need to sleep. Gotta love how the key to me making cash is giving it. Well, again, Rocket, it's completely free. So if you heard in the beginning, you don't need to join the Discord to do what we do. The apps are free with or without us. So it's just for people that want that extra help, because this stuff is kind of, abstract in that way. We've been on TikTok for almost 3 years now. This is the first time in about 3 years that we have actively asked for any type of gifts and that we have any type of paid subscription service whatsoever. Everything we do is given away for free for a long time. Yeah, exactly, Lynette. Yeah, and that's why we do what we do. I understand, the obvious skepticism, but drop a follow and see what it's all about, or go try these yourself, because you don't have to pay. Listen, we are fortunate. We are very much aware that our business model is strange to where we don't have to charge people for anything. But as long as our business model works, we're going to keep doing our things for free because it makes traction and it helps everybody. But if in case you are wondering, as we say at every live, when you guys do click our links, absolutely companies pay for us. They pay for our word of mouth. They pay for our advertising but we use that money to fund the business, to, further expand it. When Joanna first started 3 years ago, she had maybe 5 apps, something like that. Now we have several dozen. A lot of research goes into those offsite too. So not only do we just do the regular work that we show every single day off camera, but then when we're done with that, we have research to do. We make sure that all these apps are even worth using and that they're safe to use. No link, no app gets our say-so in that link in the profile until we've vetted it ourselves or somebody on our team has vetted it and we've actually had success. And the number one thing that prevents us from putting something up there is we don't hear back from the companies. We can't talk about you. We need to have that established communication. If we don't know who you are, we can't talk about you. We don't do any MLMs, any circumstances. You should see our emails and our DMs. We don't do any crypto or NFTs. Those are less of an issue, but we still don't do those here because those are speculative. Our followers need real cash in their pockets by doing things when they have time, and that's what we offer. And whether that's the merchandising things, whether that's other livery services that you guys do, the gaming, whether it's the mobile gaming or if it's cashback, saving money on everyday purchases, everybody has somewhere in their day where they can open up an app and get a little bit better, a few percents higher, a little bit ahead on their finances. And that's what we do here. So, yeah, so if you can't do it on the mobile, Jessica, you can do it on your mobile browser, so Safari or Chrome, or you can try it on a physical desktop. The mobile subscription thing is still kind of new on Discord, so if it doesn't prompt you to, you just have to do it from a different browser. Just did a gas station Moby while running errands and made $10.25 in less than 10 minutes. Exactly. So again, if you have free time to give, if you're between careers right now, if you're furloughed, if you are off for the summer, I don't care what your situation is. If you have full time to give, put full time in. As long as there's availability in your area, you can work as much as you want, but that's never, ever going to be required of you because you work for yourself. Most of our followers use this as part-time or supplemental income because they already have full-time, or maybe they're the stay-at-home parent, and you kind of just find pockets throughout the day where you can go do this stuff. You can combine this with errands. You can combine this with commutes. If you already do, Uber, Instacart, DoorDash, you can combine these apps with those to maximize what you're earning in a day. If you can juggle multiple things, there's nobody saying you can't do it. 50 and 45 minutes with travel time. That's very nice, Hot Sauce. With travel time too. So that's probably, 15 do your job, 15 back. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yes, you can absolutely do these with DoorDash. It's just a lot more hands-off and a lot more free-form than DoorDash is. Because DoorDash is kind of, they're not nosy, they're not busy, but it's like, hey, take this work, take this work, take this work. There's none of that on Survey Merchandiser. The most you'll get is, hey, what's up, Paradise? The most you'll get is when you take a project, it'll say, get this done in 12 hours. Okay, I have anywhere between now and 12 hours from now to go do this project. I think I can make that work. I'll go do that when I get my coffee. I'll do that when I hit the grocery store. I'll do that after the gym. I'll do that when I get home from work. There's a lot of ways you can do this. There are the Moby of the Moby of food delivery. I feel that very much. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Bree. So we do the freelance merchandising things. That's by popular demand here. So if you think that you can use a phone and go inside of stores near you and fill out retail projects and fill out information about, specific products in the store, yes, no questions, multiple choice, taking pictures, and maybe you do some retail tasks like talking to a manager, putting displays together, putting coupons on things, that type of stuff. Check out the merchandising apps. Those are in the link in the bio. They're free to use, no book or course. Just drop us a follow and a share, and we do this stuff twice a day, most days. If you missed the beginning, I've been in Costco all morning doing work. I did 3 field agent projects. Each one of them was a minimum of 5. I want to say they were between 5 and 7 each. I think I actually made over $20 on that one. I just was an idiot and forgot to look at the actual payouts because I just saw Costco, got excited, and I took them. But these are one-off projects that you can do at your own pace on your own schedule. It's a great side hustle. And you can do more than just side hustle with this. We've been doing it full-time for 10 years. What'd JoJo say? I missed it. 150 with field agent. Not bad, JoJo. Not bad. Not even bad. Yeah, and I mean, this is all income. So like, whether you're trying to get yourself out of debt, you want to tuck money away for back to school, birthdays, holidays, vacations, you don't need our say-so. It's just income. Use it for what you want. We could talk your ear off all day of all the times that these merchandising apps have saved our ever-loving asses because shit happens, life happens, and your finances don't always cooperate. So the fact that these exist, they're always there for you to be able to come back to, always there for be able to just start picking up again, is a huge thing. It's a huge thing. Whether it means that this is something that you're using between where you're trying to go and where you are now, whether it means that this is something you just want to stick by and always have because you want to tuck stuff away, there's a reason we've been doing it for a really long time. Cool, thanks, Bree, baby. Yeah. So TikTok isn't always the greatest at doing the live notifications, but we do go live twice a day, most days. Eastern time, we're on the East Coast. We go live between 9 and noon in the morning and 8 and 10 in the evening. We also can encourage you to join the email list. That's also in the link in the bio. You can also join the Discord. The Discord is the only paid service that we offer. Everything else on TikTok and YouTube and all that is free. We are on all the socials, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all those things. Joanna Lynn Official. She's just not here because she's at the salon today, but I run the show when she's not in town. I'm on all the lives anyway, but I run the show when she's not here. Who actually has made money merchandising, like actual legit money? Let him know. Let Sarah know. Because I certainly have. We certainly have. Yep. Is getting Costco membership worth it for the products? Yeah, for sure. If you want to make that investment yourself, if you get a lot of Costco projects, sure, absolutely. It can be worth it. But it's also not necessarily a requirement. It just depends on the location. Oh. It just glitched out. I saw that. It just depends on your location. Some Costco's won't even ask you. Yeah, you've done field agent, survey merchandiser, and you've made money. Tell me more. Just reserve what? Bottle beverage at Walgreens. That one's not too bad. There's no course, Ingrid. We just teach on TikTok. Everything is free. No book or course. So we just encourage the engagement, the likes, the shares, and the follows. That's all we do here. Let me see. Recent stay-at-home mom due to my adult son recently being disabled. So yes, absolutely. Bree, this can be supplemental for you. It can be part-time. It can be full-time. 10 minutes and I made over $10. Can't get the app. Are you not in the U.S.? Because everything that we do is U.S.-based. There's a few Costco projects. Yeah. So again, the Costco's been really busy in my area too. So I have a membership. I don't really have to deal with that. But yes, you absolutely can. But it's your decision whether or not you want to do that. And of course, now, how long have I been live? I've been live for an hour and a half, and now my service is being crappy. Like, I haven't moved, but I've got a solid yellow bar. So if I'm choppy, I don't know. We're probably gonna have to end it pretty soon. I mean, I made the hour and a half anyway, but yeah, for sure. Yeah. So just to recap, I did three field agent projects inside of Costco. I made at least $15 because I didn't look at the actual how much I was getting paid on those. Come on now. I think that's my signal. So I'll do the recap and I'll sign off. Yeah, for sure. I know. I see. And again, I'm not even moving. I've had service this entire time. Haven't moved the phone, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. So, again, we do the merchandising things, we do the gaming things, we do the cashback things. Drop a follow, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Still red. Come on. We will be live.